Hey guys, so I just want to check in with you guys. I have just finished my third semester of respiratory therapy school, and I figured I'd kind of do like a little summary, I guess, of some of my thoughts and how it went. So something that I thought was really important to talk about is most people are killing themselves trying to study over their breaks, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with reviewing, but I am using this break to kind of relax. The first weekend I just did nothing other than read, get my house in order, talk to family, actually went on like a date night with my husband. I know, crazy. So just rejuvenating and getting that energy back, because it's so important to take those breaks when we actually have them. I probably will study for an hour, maybe two, these last few days just to review a lot of things, but I want to make sure that I go back into the new semester with all of these important courses with a fresh level head. This semester I had my first clinical rotation, and that's how I started my semester, and it was amazing. There were really hard days, of course, where you kind of leave and you're like, gosh, I didn't do anything right, or you felt like you didn't do anything right, or you see so many new things and so many things that you haven't even covered yet, that sometimes that can be difficult. But it's also a great motivator to keep learning, and how important it is to keep going through this program with a passion for what you're doing, because those days, even though they're the hardest days, they're also the days that you learn the most. And you can go one of two ways. You can let those tough days get you down and leave you feeling unmotivated, or you can go the other way and you can let those difficult situations motivate you even more to be better at what you're doing. So it's really all about perspective, honestly, and clinicals were stressful the first time around, so I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not easy, especially when you're with a different person every day, and it's just stressful because you don't want to tell them that you're stressed out, because you don't want to seem, I guess the word might be, weak or unknowledgeable. But keep in mind, especially if it's your first rotation, they're not expecting you to know everything in the world. It's better to let them know when you don't know how to do something than to try to go in there and pretend you know what you're doing when you haven't even learned it yet. So don't be scared to say when you don't know what's happening, but also show that you're eager to learn, because that's where it's really going to come in. If you show that you have a goal for that day of your clinical rotation, maybe you want to learn how to apply a BiPAP on a real person rather than on one of the mannequins, and you want to be able to talk about changing those settings and when you would change them, have a goal set for every day. A lot of, like, my school gave us a sheet of paper of things we had to get done, so I would tell my preceptor, hey, I haven't gotten to do this yet. Does anybody have a BiPAP? Does anybody have like CPT, anything I can do? I really want to do this today, and this is my goal. So you can have goals, and sometimes that'll also make your day easier when you have a goal and certain things you want to work on. After my clinical rotations were over, I went back to class, and that was definitely an adjustment. Going from, you know, the hospital, running around 12 hours a day and all of the excitement and learning all of these things in real time and putting all of that knowledge to use, to going back to a classroom and sitting in front of a book. So that can be a little bit difficult, but it is also very motivating. Like I said, at least for me it was, because I thought of all the things I ran into in the hospital, and as we were going through our critical care course and our emergency care course, I was thinking, I saw this. This is why this is important. This is why we need to focus here, so that next time I'm in that situation, now I know exactly what's happening in the pathophysiology of that disease. Like, I know why we're using these particular medications now, because when you are on clinical, sometimes things are moving so fast and you have so many questions that you don't get to ask all of them. You don't get answers to all of them because you're moving, you're going. So, and that's perfectly okay, but it was a huge motivator for me to really buckle back down into my studies so that I could learn as much and be as ready for my next clinical as possible. That being said, after my classes, now that I've finished, I realized the other day I've only got 2 semesters left, and it's a very interesting feeling because I'm sitting here thinking of what I knew before the program started and what I didn't know and how much I've learned along the way. And you have 2 semesters left, and I've got some very important classes coming up, like mechanical ventilation, advanced pulmonary diagnostics, as well as I believe a perinatology course in my 5th semester to kind of finish up and re-wrap up neonatal and pediatrics classes. So I've got some really important and really big classes coming up and all my clinicals, and you're sitting here thinking, gosh, is it really only 2 semesters left? Have 3 semesters flown by this fast? And yes, they have. So it's just kind of a funny feeling thinking that 2 semesters seems like so far away but so close at once. And it's this very nervous and exciting feeling all at once because I'm thinking how much more I have left to learn still, as well as I'm so excited to get out there. So it's this very odd feeling and mixture of emotions knowing I've only got 2 semesters left. But I guess that's it for now. It's just kind of a quick wrap up and what I'm feeling at the moment. I'd love to know where you guys are at in your courses and how you guys are feeling if you're about to graduate, because I know I was speaking to a lot of you guys that are in your last semester. How does that feel? What's that like? Are you guys studying for your board exams? What are you guys doing? I'd love to hear it down below. Feel free to comment, or you can always reach out to me on my Instagram, which I always have linked in the description box. It's just breatheeasy_SRT. On Instagram, you can find me there and you can message me privately or go to my channel page itself, and then if you go to the About section, it actually has an option for email, so you can email me there, and I'm always more than happy to talk to you guys, and if you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Alright guys, I will see you next time, and I hope everyone's having an awesome semester and that you are fully taking advantage of your break. And I will talk to you guys later, okay? Ooh, will this, there we are. Hey guys, so sorry, cracking my fingers. Almost done, I promise, almost done. Okay.